Hello everyone, my name is Zoofluencer and welcome to the very first franchise episode. Yes, this time it's really the first episode. My previous video was more a introduction, more a test for me how to record this. So yes, today will be the very first episode of my franchise, and today will be mostly about how to start a decent franchise zoo. I know a lot of people are struggling with their franchise zoos and getting bankrupt after a few months in the game, and I want to make sure that I have a decent income of money for my franchise zoo, so that won't be a problem at all. So I won't have any problems at all in the future according to any money. I did think about where to start this zoo, and I want to start my zoo in my own country, of course, which is the Netherlands. So it will be a temperate region in Europe. The reason I'm doing this is because in my opinion it's one of the easiest places to start a zoo, and you can basically create a habitat for all the animals in the game. And since this is not only a how-to series, but only the first few episodes will be about how to create a franchise zoo, and the other ones will be mostly me building a franchise zoo in real time, because a lot of people have been asking me to do this. I did think about a creative name. I didn't come up with anything, so I will call it Fluencer Zoo, because my name is Zoofluencer and I just wrote it down the other way. So I'm gonna create this zoo. If you've seen the introduction, I already spent all my CC. I did call it leaves in the beginning, but apparently it's called conservation credits. I had around 5,000 of them, and right now I only have 400, which is more realistic if you never played any franchise before. I'm going to start just by laying down this path. I want to skip the entrance because I want to create a nice entrance later. So I want to make sure that I create my startup zoo right in the middle of it. And I already clicked the pause button, of course, because I don't want any money to be wasted on anything like taxes or whatever ongoing expenses. I have no clue what's going on. Right now I don't have any reason for the guests to enter my zoo, so there won't be any income. So yeah, there's absolutely no reason to press the play button until I've built some things. What I'm going to build now is basically some really basic habitats, and I will throw down some shops and all the staff buildings. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, and after this I'm gonna tell you why I did it like this and how to go further with this zoo. So I will talk to you in a few minutes. So welcome back. So yeah, what I did is I created this base of the zoo. So I started off with placing these staff facilities, and I only placed the ones that I think I really needed. Um, I'm not sure if you really need this quarantine in the beginning. I did already place it, so okay, why not? And this research building, you don't really need it, but I'm gonna use it already because my animals need some enrichment items and we need some vet research for that. So I'm gonna research on the greater flamingos while I'm gonna tell you the rest of what I did. I placed down some shops as well because I don't want any money going wasted on people that are hungry or thirsty and they can't buy anything. So I placed down some recycle bins, some benches. I will make sure this one is on the path because that looks stupid. But I already placed down these bins because otherwise you will get the message that there's too much trash or the people don't like your park, so they won't spend any money and might want to get their money back. And we don't want that because we do want their money. That's because that's what a franchise is all about. So the habitat is really basic. I used the cheapest barriers possible. So the not sure how to pronounce it. I think corrugated is on the back, which is only $1, and the other ones are chain link. The chain link, the guests can still look through it and can see the animals, and hopefully will be happy very soon and give me some money. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna place down some education stands because that's what we want. We want the guests to be educated, and educated guests give us money. This is already good to place down while there are already guests in the park, because then you can see where the guests will stand. Oh, that's nice. Let's redo that one. Alright, let's do it like this. Greater flamingos, and place down another one. Sorry, the other way around again. Right here. Okay, so educated guests do spend more money in your zoo, and while the game is running you can see where the guests will go and look for the animals, so then you know where to place your donation boxes and where to place your education stands. I'm gonna put down another one right here, and that should be enough. Okay, so I did choose for the flamingos. I did this on purpose because in my previous zoo these were the guys that were giving me a lot of conservation credits. I could easily sell those for like 100, 150 each. And since we do have a lot of them in one habitat, I already did see quite a few of them in the animal market for around 100 and even up to 300 or 600 each. Well, there are also some which I can buy for just some plain dollars, so that is really good. So these guys will start to breed. I did try to get the best flamingos possible when it comes to breeding, and yeah, they will live a little bit longer. So hopefully these guys will gonna give me some conservation credits. Yep, I know the habitat looks horrible and this building looks horrible, but I just want to make it as cheap as possible right now because I don't have that much money. Okay, so I have around $17,500 left after my first habitat. I really hope that I'm going to start to make some money now, and that the easiest way is to change the simulation speed. While I'm doing this, I can already check this month's profit, which is already positive, which is really good. Yeah, so already this month or this year, I'm not sure what's going on. Is this a year? Yeah, the time is really fast. So this is gonna be this year already $1,200, and it's growing and growing, which is perfect. That's what we want. I don't want to waste too much money right now. I just want to get some money. And one of the things I also did was hire the staff that I only need. I still get these messages. Your zoo does not have a security guard. You need a workshop. No, I don't need a workshop right now. I know that I don't have all the buildings possible. I don't have all the building pieces possible in the game, but I don't need it right now. The only thing I want is to create a stable income for this zoo, so later on I can start researching whatever I want. But right now I don't really need it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna create another 2 or 3 habitats in this area. So within this path I'm gonna build a habitat over here, and over here. And I'm gonna hire more staff, and then in the end I'm gonna show you the final result of the starting of this franchise zoo. And this is where all the money comes from, and where all my conservation credits will come from. So if you don't want to look at me building, make sure you skip that part. I will put down on which minute you have to go to see me finishing up this zoo and explaining what I did and giving you the final tips and tricks on how to start your franchise zoo. Again, I will talk to you in a few minutes. So, welcome back again to the franchise zoo. It has been a few minutes, I think, probably. I don't know yet while I'm recording this, but I started with 2 other habitats. So, one for the common warthog and one for the springbok. I chose these animals basically because they're really cheap to buy, only a few conservation credits for both of them, and the springbok also for its appealing for the guests. Okay, so right now I just want to do some final management. One of the things I also talked about in my introduction video is the entrance price. The entrance price, you can see it in the zoo overview, and you can change it over here. And when I'm changing this, I can check it if the guests are willing to pay. No, they are not willing to pay a bit more. I already changed it while I was building, and it will give you a pop-up later if... See, they're still entering. That's good, that's good. It will give you a pop-up when the guests think your entrance price is too low. So that's good, that's good. One thing I also wanted to say is that the game is really realistic. So this zoo is based in Europe, basically in the Netherlands, where I'm from, and it has been raining, snowing since November. Finally it's April, so we will get some sunshine. But okay, I must say it's really realistic. Okay, so the next thing, I also chose these animals because they are not too shy when it comes to the people. I use these chain fences so the animals don't have a lot of privacy. And the common warthog, where are you? Right here, is pretty confident towards humans, so I was not afraid that they will get stressed out too quickly. While I was building, I already got a juvenile graded flamingo, so later on we can sell these for some conservation credits. I still have around 300 left. I didn't spend that much conservation credits. I mostly bought these animals from the normal cash. I still have $19,000 left. I started with 18,000, then I started building these two, and I have 19,000. So we are still making a lot of profit. And in the end of the video, I will just make a final view of the zoo and give you like... I'm gonna fast forward it for maybe 20-30 minutes. I'm not gonna show you guys, but I'm gonna show you the final amount of money that you can make with a basic zoo. I won't start off with throwing down rocks and everything. As you can see, I didn't use any rocks in the zoo because you don't need it. It only looks better, and I don't want you to focus on the design, especially in the beginning. Of course, you can create a beautiful franchise zoo, but that's what the most people make a mistake at, is they start with building a beautiful entrance building. They spend all their money and then they don't have any income. They do have a beautiful entrance building, but they have to say goodbye to that entrance building because they will have to delete the zoo because it's bankrupt. We don't want that, so this part will be my income, and it's already making a lot of profit. So in the end, I will fast forward it, and you can see it in the end of the video how much money this small zoo is already making. I'm also gonna cut out most of the animal trading, but I must say this is really horrible. I have to open it 2, 3, 4 times before I can finally buy the animal I want. I can click 2 or 3 filters, then I have to restart it again. So I really hope they will fix it. I hope they already fixed it, because I did play a lot of franchise in the beginning, and then by then it was already horrible. But by then it was already only very slow, and right now it's just bugged, which I don't like. I hope they will fix it very soon. So I also placed down these enrichment items. Where are they? So this thing, the forage pool, and some sprinklers. So all my animals are this one, 92% welfare, This one 93% welfare, and I think probably these are a bit lower. Yeah, 82%. I do have to do some extra research on those. I did. Yeah, it's already finished, so I can place down a few more enrichment items for these guys. Enrichment items for the Springboks, the grazing ball feeder, and maybe some other stuff. So right now these guys will be much happier and will start breeding. So 94%. This is what we want to see, and this is why you have to focus on when you are building a franchise zoo. As I told you, it started snowing, and these animals just don't like snow, so I had to place down these heaters as well. So again, in the end of the video, I'm gonna show you how much money I would make with just this small build. I probably do need some extra keepers before I close or stop with recording, or just let me check. Okay, so the staff, I always say that you need one keeper per habitat. I'm gonna start off with only one, and I'm gonna see how much keepers I needed, which won't be, I think I probably will have enough on these two alone. I don't have that much animals. I did create like a test zoo to breed some turtles, and I had like 30 turtles in one habitat. Then you will need more keepers, but these buildings are nice and central, so the keepers can enter the habitats really quick, and that will help as well, make it more efficient, so they don't have to walk around the entire zoo just to feed your animals. Okay, so I really hope that this video helped you out with starting your own franchise, and I hope it will save a lot of zoos of going bankrupt. If you liked the video, make sure you like it, or you press the like button, and leave a comment if you want to give me any tips, or if you want to give any suggestions on what you want to see in the next franchise episode. I do have the idea that I will just start off with creating a nice looking franchise zoo, and I'm gonna build it in real time this time. I know I promised you guys a real time video, but it did feel better to make it speed up a little bit while I was building, because it's not interesting at all just to see me placing down barriers and create a very ugly shelter space. So that's why. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next franchise episode. Goodbye.